Right, hey guys, bringing you another StarCraft commentary. No, I'm not really that tired. Hey guys, Ranch here, bringing you all another StarCraft commentary. This is going to be the winners match in Group D of the, whatever, MSL 2010 spring season. It's going to be an odd I2 between HiyA at the upper left-hand position in brown as the Terran player and Great, aka Hades, at the bottom right-hand position in white or beige or whatever that is as the Zerg player. So, I would say two upsets, actually. I think most people would have expected Cal to beat Great and get himself into the winner's match. And I think most people would have expected Yarnak, despite him not playing at his best lately. I still think people expected Yarnak to take out HiyA, especially with his ZVT specialty. But that was not the case, so now we got the two guys that have been upsetting each other, and one of them have been upsetting other people, and now one of them will move on to the round of 16. Both of these players overall rather experienced. They haven't really had much Star League success, either of these guys. Although Great has gotten, I believe he got into the semifinals of the Bacchus OSL, Batu OSL. I'm not old to get through. I think it was the Bacchus OSL, but I'm not really too sure. I'm pretty sure that was him. And so he's at the very least has more experience in that. But both of these guys have had their best success in the Pro League. Great, especially overall a better player. I feel he's solid in all three matchups, so he can bring the game whenever he's on fire. And he has kind of ups and downs periods. Sometimes he wins a lot of games in a row. Sometimes he doesn't, and he really has the capability of beating pretty much anybody out there. HiyA, meanwhile, is a player that's more of a Protoss sniper, but he can still bring some good matches, as we saw against Yarnak earlier on, where he was ahead, then behind, significantly behind, and then he was kind of equalized, then he was ahead, then he was significantly ahead, and then he won. So, kind of like that. I'm going to see him putting down his barracks to start off on the opposite side. We see Great going for the 12 hatch, so he's going to try to go for yet another 2-base build. Seems like a good old standard ZVT going down here. Drone Scout coming around being irritating because the Overlord takes an age to get there. Going to try to force a delay of that barracks, but it's not going to happen. Drone's just not going to manage to do that, especially with another SCV going there and being annoying. We see the spawning pool coming down as the SCV comes in for HiyA to scout. So I'm just wondering what kind of... Generally, you see 2-base mutas coming in, but it's all going to come down to really what HiyA does and how Great scouts it. If HiyA might go for 1 Rex into Expo, you might go for Mecha did the last time. Yeah, I don't think Trooper Wraith is as effective on this map, simply because the map doesn't really... There's a lot more open area and not as much not as many hills and stuff like that for the Wraiths to take advantage of. So we did see that a Natural Expo being put down and a production hatchery being put down by Yarnak. So he's most likely going to go for 2-base, 3 hatch mutas, while HiyA is going to go for 1 Rex into Expo. And I've been now consistently told that barracks is not a word, that barracks is both a plural word. It's just barracks in the plural and in the singular, and I apologize. Sometimes you just don't know these things. Second Rex coming up now for HiyA, still not putting down his refinery, so he's gonna go for 2 Rex off that 1 Rex into Expo. Gonna try to get some decent forces out there, maybe even put a bunker at the front. Although I'm not really expecting that, because not really only a couple of Zerglings out there for Great. And just a supply depot to block, if nothing else, to at least make the choke a little bit more. Refinery coming down there, so probably going to see the Academy come up fairly soon as well, and the upgrades coming in. Might actually wondering whether we're actually going to see, probably would have actually seen that already, but some players generally these days actually go for engineering before that. I think, HiyA almost did, heavily damaged. One more hit, and that ECV actually didn't quite, lost the micro there, and actually lose the SCV now, lost to the micro in there a little bit. But has some Fiber Marines at his Natural Expo. He's going to continue producing those. Academy up first. Yeah, he's not going to go for Engineer Bay first, but he should be expecting Muta's Extractor coming down the Natural Expo. So there's definitely will be Mutalisks coming out here for Yarnak, and he has really stellar Mutalisk micro. I'm sorry from Great. I apologize. And Great has some very good Mutalisk micro. Brewy is a player that has a... Well, most Zerg players these days have to have very good Mutalisk micro, and Great still has been able to utilize it many ways before to help him win games. He has overall very nice army control from what I've noticed, and as a Zerg player that can be very important. Creep Colony going to be at the front to He spotted all those Marines, and just in case there's going to be pressure coming out, a couple minutes are going to be coming out next, most likely, and alongside that third barracks. I think I've actually referred to Great as Yarnik a couple of times, and if I have done so, I apologize. I have meant to say Great this entire time. Spar going to come down at the Natural Expo, most likely to maybe fake out. Hydro is then alongside though, so I'm not sure what that is. The Overlord still hasn't gotten in. I'm not sure if he's has an Overlord inside there. I think he doesn't know exactly what to expect, so he's going to go for a couple of. Might even go for lurkers alongside. We're going to see what he decides to go for. Has a couple of HiyA on the opposite side. Has a couple of fire bats coming out alongside his grouping. So he might still pressure in. Hydra's then already out now, but Spire is going to be on the way. Going to be a little bit late. Not really much out there to defend at this point for Great, but he's going to be moving. Oh, thought of going for the attack, but HiyA smartly keeping those two fire bats out of his own base in case that happens. Put down 3 sunken colonies outside his natural expo. That's going to most likely prevent those medic marine troops from doing too much damage overall. But yeah, so far he's just HiyA's kind of just milling them around, walking around. Has some Zerglings actually coming in from the back and try to pick up something. Yeah, just gets a couple of Zerglings killed and not much else accomplished whatsoever. HiyA meanwhile getting his weapons on upgrades going and getting his old defensive going. He's going to be putting down turrets momentarily. He's going to want those with those mutilates coming out there for Great. Still has a couple of Zerglings out there on the field, but he really wants to be careful how he uses that. Doesn't want to get those picked off. Wants to keep those in reserve just in case HiyA decides to go for the full frontal attack. Although I really don't think that's going to be coming in. It's going to be I think that would be a little bit far too risky. We actually, interestingly though, I saw the Spire come up, but still don't see any Mutalisks popping. He's just going to go for Hydras right now. That's kind of interesting. Wondering whether he's just going to turn these into lurkers right now. But on the opposite side, we see HiyA going to go down for bunker. I'm not really quite sure what Great is going for here. He has a Spire up, but he's actually producing Hydras right now, and I'm wondering if he's going to try to go for lurkers alongside his Mutalisks as well. He's been mining the second gas pretty long enough. Evolutions are coming out, so there is going to be almost like, lurkers, 6 lurkers coming in from those eggs. But he's going to be able to defend this front with nothing but sunken colonies for now. So a bit of a tech switch coming in for him and going for very heavy lurkers. Definitely thought he was going to go for mutas, but still might actually go for those mutas alongside fairly soon, as long as he has his lurkers up. But he's going to want to take a third base if he wants to think of that. If he wants to go for dual tech, moving in some of those lurkers right there, but kind of getting them picked off. And I feel like I need more coffee. Spending last night casting with Nuke for hours until way, way late in